In this video, we're going to take a look at zooming text that we're editing in a drawing. I've got Traverse PC open, and I'm going to go to Sample Surveys, and I'm going to come down and open the survey called Sample Final County. And let's take a look at editing this title for the drawing. I'm going to double-click the text. Traverse PC is going to open that up in a text box. Now, a lot of you like to apply the format so you can actually see the font, the settings like bold, italics, underline, strike through that are applied to that font. So the Dialog has the ability to just edit the text in a default font size and default font, or you can apply the formatting and edit it with the formatting. But in this case, we see that it's pretty big here. So I can use the zoom options to zoom this down to a single line. I can also use Control plus scrolling the mouse wheel to scroll it bigger or smaller. And of course, then I can expand the dialogue. I'm scrolling it big, or I can have it come down and be smaller here. And I can also just slide this. So what it does is that it gives us the ability to come in and say, I want to edit this text full size, or I want to scroll it down to something that is easier to type in maybe, or turn that off altogether and just work with a default font. Now, if the format is not applied, I can still scroll the size of it. So if my eyes are getting tired today and I need that font a little bit bigger, I can do that. And then of course, this is all independent of what the font looks like here. So I haven't changed any of the settings on this. I'm going to OK this. And I didn't change the font here in the drawing, even though it was zoomed in. Let's take a look at another font here. This is a text box. Let's open this up. And I'm just going to expand this a little bit so I can make it a little bigger if I want to. Now again, we don't have formatting applied, but I can come in and make this bigger to work with, or I can apply the formatting. And I really don't have any bold or italics applied here. But what's nice is that as soon as I zoom in, can you see that I put a break in here where I really didn't want to? This is a paragraph and I've got a line break in here. So I'm going to highlight that position and delete. And now I've got the whole paragraph just like I expected. I also can decide to keep this tab at the beginning of each paragraph. And I can zoom in either with the scrolling, the mouse wheel with the control key, or using the scroll bar up here with the zoom to get something I can read. And a lot of times when I've got a lot of numbers and calls like this, it's just nice to have it a little bit bigger. Once I've made the corrections, I can go ahead and OK that. So I just want you to see that when I'm editing text, I have this ability to use the zoom to make the text larger or smaller. I can use Control and the mouse wheel to make the text larger or smaller. And for text in text boxes, I can apply format. Now, if I'm editing a rich text in my drawing, rich text always comes in with a format applied, and there's no option to toggle that on or off. So rich text is a little bit different in that it always has this applied so that you can have different formatting with different individual lines or words within that text. So rich text works a little differently, but they all have this ability to zoom in the dialogue or do the Control mouse wheel to zoom.